kill me in a very, very subtle way. And now he goes there. That's really nasty. Wow. "15 seconds? He cannot play queen c3 or queen d4. I think we're okay here. F6 is kind of an important move in this position. And if I don't have that, we're probably toast. Okay. Queen a2, rook e8. No, he drops a piece on queen a2. Well, I don't know what to do. Now I know what to do. Just try to hold on. I'd like to play e5 eventually. Threatening a family fork at e2. Wow, that was kind of close. And I feel lucky to take that one down. Ultimate Champion, Shah and Shah, guys. I don't know who challenged me first. You guys know who challenged me first? I don't know. I'm going to play the faster game first. Nobody answered my question. Free queen. There was a free queen? Are you serious? Was there some mutual hallucination? Shah and Shah were playing 5 with a 5-second increment. You can do arrows and circles with right click. Yeah, okay. I never really thought about doing it like, yeah, during the live game. But guys, just the only reason Bakus, the only reason I honestly didn't do that is because I wasn't sure like if it's really polite for like my opponent to do it like while we're playing, to do arrows. Do they see the arrows on the board while I'm doing that, by the way, or just the viewers on the stream? Because I wasn't sure, honestly. If I do arrows and circles, does the player I'm playing see that? Because I was afraid that would be the case. Bishop e2. So it's kind of weird, you know. I mean, if we're analyzing, sure, definitely use arrows and circles. But I don't really like, you know, to do arrows and circles if it's like a rated game or something. So here, what's up with this position? I was supposed to play rook b1. I played bishop e2 instead. So it's an equal line. Yeah. This is like a nothing for white, basically. I was supposed to play rook b1 first on move 8. Now, I guess queen a5 equalizes. I suppose white could try king f1, some kind of Pulugievsky type of thing. What about bishop g4 there? Does he have that in this position? Rook c1. Rook d1. I never played this line in my life, if you'd even call it a line. Just a move order mistake for me. Although I don't think white should be worse. It seems like white should be equal here. If he plays accurately. d5 is no good. I'm going to play rook d1. Rook d1. Rook d1 seems like... The other rook to d1 may be better. Shah and Shah we played once before. I don't remember what the opening was. I'm out of practice now. I don't mean in chess. I mean with the white side of the exchange Grunfeld. I haven't played the white side of an exchange Grunfeld since I don't remember when. So I have an excuse. I've been playing other stuff with white and mostly e3 against the Grunfeld. The arrows and circles only appear on your board. Okay, thank you. That's good, because I didn't know. I was afraid the arrows and circles appear on everybody's board. King e1. So, King e1... No, and Berkus, thank you for the information. I've only been, like, on Lichess for, like, over a week now, and I appreciate you guys when you help me out. So, thanks for the heads up there. Wilhelmina, welcome. Milk clipping and my original post came announced. My opponent both agree. Okay, don't know what that was about, but we're just trying to keep up with the stream while playing this kind of fast games today. Bishop g4 d5. I think I could play e5 as well. e5 is definitely a move, but it's either way. My pawn structure's kind of shot in terms of flexibility. But here is a little more usual in the Grunfeld. Try to get that D pawn advanced and get the central pawns advanced. E5. You know, I mean, usually white's central majority in the center starts with a D5 push, and E5 is less common. I mean, E5 ends up in a kind of blockaded position. Here, you know, the other thing was I could have played like rook on h to d1, but, you know, my rook would have been stuck on a1. I didn't have that many tempi to work with. So don't repeat what I did in this game. I move 8, you're supposed to play rook b1. I made a mistake because it's been a while and I just wasn't thinking on my feet. But pawn takes here I like because the bishop is a target at f3 and I kind of lose time. You can play bishop takes too. But I don't mind the doubled pawns. I don't think it really like hurts white's position a whole lot. And it may save me some time. You know, if he goes knight e5, now knight e5 is not really a good move for black. So it's maybe should go knight e5 anyway. But knight b4, bishop to c5, for example, could be a problem for him. It also gives my king some squares. King can go king f1, king g2. So we're here, a little arrow action. I don't think the doubled pawns are a big issue. You know, they're not going to make a big difference. I mean, the real dynamic in the Grunfeld is black's queenside majority against white's like e and d pawns in the center. You know, who can create a passed pawn now? What about bishop to c5? Is this going to be a problem? I mean, if I get this pawn, it's, you know, an e7. It's looking interesting. However, he's going after my a pawn. I'm going to try this. I mean, it's a blitz game. We have a limited amount of time to play here. And although he can play knight c2 check, change direction, and that's fine with me. Bishop c5. This situation, if he takes the pawn on a2, okay, I like my central pawn better. Those pawns, they're a little slow. They're notoriously slow to get moving in Grunfeld, so I don't know. Maybe he can blockade my pawn. Knight c3 is a good move. Maybe I misjudged this. Not based on anything, but exchange sack. Can I sack an exchange? f4 to try to play f4 and e5. Might be worth it. I mean, but he's got the e4 pawn, so this is a bit of an issue. It's not so easy. He's going to play bishop e5, but it's not so easy for him to win my pawn straight up. So I don't know, though. Rook. There is no really good square. Although I don't know what I could have done better. Rook c1, rook b1, rook a1, rook d3, rook d2. Looks like I'm going to toy around with exchange sacks here. Keep his knight under fire. But I'm not happy with this, what I did here. Shah played well, I guess. Although, as I said, this is not really a standard line. I don't know whether this has ever been played like until move 13 or 14 in a game. I guess probably. It seems somewhat logical, although I began to doubt the position when I played like rook d1 and king e1 back. I think already I've made some mistake for sure. So here, those two pawns look very scary. Maybe just a5 for black. I would sack the exchange, but I get hit by check. You know, rook takes c3. b5 is also good for black. b5, rook takes c3, bishop takes c3, check. If it's not check, I'm sacking the exchange for sure there with a good game. But I'm going to lose a tempo. I have to play king f1. And then he plays b4. So I don't know what he's thinking here, but it's strong. This move. And the other option for me, though, is interesting, is f4. I can play f4 now. And I think if he takes an e4, I take on b5. So this I've changed my plan to f4 and e5 to try to cut off his knight from the other side. Sorry, bishop on g7. Try to cut off the bishop with e5. I don't really like my game. I think it's somewhat dubious, but you know, I stopped bishop e5, and on knight takes e4, bishop takes b5. It's not that easy for black. I don't know. Maybe he had a better move there. Now bishop d4 is pretty neat. I have bishop g4. Do I not? At some point? Bishop g4. We've got to act fast. I mean, the b pawn and the a pawn are extremely fast for white, so f5. He took on e7, and that looks like a pretty good answer. Yes, it does. Nice one. Here, if I sack the exchange now with rook takes c3, king e2, rook takes e7, king d3, I'm down a pawn, and he's got these scary pawns coming down. I'm not going to be able to save that pawn anyway. What else can I do? Like king f1? This is a really, really dangerous situation for me. Bishop f3, rook takes e7. Rook a1, rook takes e7. Sack the exchange and try to hold. Sack the exchange and try to hold in an opposite color bishop position. If it wasn't check, I'd be so happy right now, but it is check. Still, the opposite color bishop should give me some chances to hold on. Now, I need to try to get as active as possible. Bishop c8. It's a blitz game. I like black here. I think he's real close to winning. If it was rooks exchanged, I'm probably still lost. But maybe there's white square blockades. But I don't think white was ever really okay in this position. What's this about? Why f5? Okay. That's fine. Let's see. King c4. I think I'm going to hold this, guys. Yeah, it looks like a draw now. I'm almost certain I was lost.